Hey, it's Elliot Wilson from Rap Radar, and me and my partner B. Miller. And you know we got the premier website out there, rapradar.com. And now we're about to take over the podcast game. We're gonna sit down with the culture's most important voices, and give you that news and information, that opinion. The only opinion that matters, man, here at Rap Radar. Listen up. Here we go. Yeah, Rap Radar Podcast. It's Elliot Wilson.
I'm B. Dot.
It's good to be back, B. Dot.
Yes, sir.
This episode sponsored by
Rap Chat.
You know it's Rap Chat, baby.
I fucks with Rap Chat.
Hey, do the clean version for the sponsors.
I really like Rap Chat a lot. They're really neat.
Have you learned how to rap yet, man? There's beats on there. The best way you can learn to be an MC, it's right there. Rap Chat, it's interactive. You can kick it with the homies. Have you learned to rap yet?
I'm trying to rap, man. I suck. I'm actually
can't count bars in your head?
I'm better than some of the actual prominent rappers, so thanks, Rap Chat.
But the thing is, people sleep on Rap Chat. It's also about the producers too. Don't just because it gives you the chance to practice your bars, you know, whether for fun or if you really have the career goal to be an MC. It also is a great tool for these producers out here, man. They make connections with the producers and the artists, man. So there's many dope beats, aspiring producers. You can also send your beats over to Rap Chat. And hit the email beats@rapchat.me. So if you're a producer, you got hot tracks, you say you got some beats, send it over to beats@rapchat.me, and you might hear Beat Out Rhyme over it one day.
It's a full circle moment. Everyone's involved. That's the beauty of it.
Or you can hit them up on Twitter at the Rap Chat app. Also, send your beats over, man. So all you aspiring producers, man. So it's built for the aspiring producers and the aspiring MCs, man. Rap Chat.
You, your mama, and your cousin too. Get that app.
Just make sure you go on the iPhone store. Get that app. It's coming to the Android real soon. Make sure you tell them Rap Radar I sent you.
Yes.
Rap Chat.
Yeah.
So B, man, we back at it. They said we didn't do the recap of Timbaland last time.
Forgot about Timbaland.
We were talking about Drake and Meek, man. So let's do a recap of Tim real quick.
Yeah.
And our man Anderson .Paak.
Timbaland got a lot of mixed reviews.
Yeah, man. What happened, man?
I think
nasal congestions and all that, man. I didn't know.
Can we get a Mucinex sponsor?
Did you notice that? I didn't notice how bad it was while it was going on.
The whole time thinking like, man, this guy's got the sniffles.
And the mics pick up everything too, so I didn't realize it until.
They also complain a lot about their sirens, like the fire police right there. Sirens not here right now. I don't hear when we doing this. I'm in the zone. I don't hear the extracurricular noises and shit. But the listeners, they pick apart every element. So they felt Timbaland was a little congested, man. They really
he had good views, but I think a lot of times he got convoluted in his train of thought.
Yeah.
And he just went on tangents. But
I also think that people think his personality is supposed to be a certain way, and his personality is not that, as we know from hanging with him. But I still thought it was cool. I could
really hear that camera in the thing too.
You could?
Yeah.
See, when you go, it's Klinger's fault. No, but I still think Timbaland it was still good. But yeah, it wasn't as fun of an interview as some of the ones we've done. But
it was still insightful. I mean, Timbaland's one of my favorite producers of all time.
Still on your Mount Rushmore. You still got him on there. Wait, who did you catch heat for that you didn't have on your Mount Rushmore?
You know who
Oh, not Dilla? No, we're gonna talk about Dilla again. Was it Dilla, really?
Yeah, because when a listener was responding, said, "B. Dot, I'm going to correct your Mount Rushmore. Dilla's supposed to be on there." And of course, you know.
No, but the thing about Dilla is that, I mean, I agree with you somewhat that I feel like his legacy's been bigged up and it doesn't really reflect the true situation. But what he is to me is he's the great producer's favorite producer.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
and there's nothing wrong. Like, Dilla has a great catalog. All I'm saying is I felt that, his legacy is a more inflated, post-death. So,
yeah.
But respect to Dilla.
And Anderson .Paak, speaking of respect, he was a nice young artist out there, gave us his time. I thought that was a really strong interview we did.
Yeah, someone said they cried. It was someone on Twitter said that they cried listening to it.
To the Anderson .Paak?
Yeah, you didn't see that one?
Nah.
Yeah, I'm gonna find that tweet real quick.
And then we saw him at SOBs, man. He tore it down.
Oh, he did a great shot. I saw DJ Premier there. That was really good just to converse with him. Yeah, excuse me, that was Terrence Martin. Doesn't matter.
Well, that makes you cry too.
It still makes you cry.
Rap Radar Podcast will make you cry. Let me read some other feedback we've got, man. Make sure you subscribe, rate, and review us on iTunes, man. We got to get back on this. We ain't hit that number one spot in a minute, man. We got to get back where we belong, man.
I got a problem with that.
You have a problem with that? You don't like that?
I don't like being. I'm a sore loser like Cam Newton, man. Number one.
Man, don't be a sore loser.
I'm on a record of saying that, man.
Nah, that's not cool though, man. You gotta answer them questions, man. You gotta be a leader. You gotta say, you know what, we're gonna be back next year. We're gonna do it.
Man, fuck that. Number one.
But anyhow, Curtis75 Black said, this is what he said about our podcast. It's all right.
It's all right.
pretty cool interviews, but there's something about the editing. It keeps skipping or jumping back to what I already heard in the episode. Got to get that fixed. So there you go, Corson. I don't know if you complaining.
iTunes.
iTunes, man. Blame it on iTunes, man. And then my man J.R. Wilder, the God, he wrote Lituation. He gave us 5 stars.
I love a lituation.
He said, I fucks with this station. Great interviews. It's the station. And you guys be having mad knowledge, I guess, on the artists that you interview. Keep that heat rock coming. All right, oh boy, here we go. And then somebody said the Timbo interview. This is my man Nathan. He said the Timbo interview was the first that I stopped listening to. He is a great producer and one of my favorites, but I couldn't tolerate how boring it was to listen to him. Nonetheless, keep it coming. Listen to this podcast. It's better than reading blogs any day. All right, we'll still go to rapradar.com.
Of course, please.
I'm feed off babies out here, man. The Cannon. Somebody said less is Mo. Gave us 5 stars also. We appreciate that. He says, I expect the guys at Rap Radar to keep a finger on what's moving and about to pop. But I was a little taken aback by them bringing up Boss and now Lil Uzi Vert. Writers' interest was starting to peak in them. What does that mean? I thought they were secretly dope artists that I enjoyed and no one else showed attention to. Oh, so he's saying he's mad that we're blowing up like the underground artists that he thinks only he's supposed to be up on.
Oh, okay.
I went back to listen to the real Uzi and now I feel late. Continue showing love to the underdogs that the greater wave riders haven't been convinced to care about yet.
It's all about timing, man.
Yeah.
It gotta make sense.
And then Rod Cartier said great conversations about hip-hop, very in-depth. Would really like to see y'all bring Sahai the Prince for good music up here. Sahai the Prince.
Your favorite time.
Didn't he diss me?
I think he did diss you.
He made a
and you dissed him on Twitter. I think it was.
Yeah, he made a song dissing me.
Yeah.
Put me as the artwork too, man.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
I like Sahai.
Okay, one more. This is Mike Wicks. It says like Mike Wicks, not Mike Wax. Mike says, I was late to the podcast game. The first episode I listened to was Esco's. That night I listened to everything from Lior to Eve to T.I. I appreciate this podcast for the inspiration it provides young artists and fans of today. As stated, between my generation, we grew up on TRL and 106 in Park. You see that Carson Daly photo out in the hallway right there. Of course. That may have missed the gems that Wyan was dropping in his magazine days. This culture is full of vultures and weirdos sitting in cubicles who think that their keyboards give them a pass to be a part of this. The keyboard don't give you no pass to be a part of this.
So the culture vultures.
There we go. I appreciate B-Dot's approach to every interview.
Thank you.
Find it questionable that grown men notice Elliot's laugh. As an aspiring hip-hop journalist, I not only love Rap Radar, but I love the podcast as well. I listen to each episode at least 2 or 3 times. We appreciate that.
Who was that? You should send him a sticker, man.
Yeah, we got Rap Radar podcast stickers. Shout out to Belize Thomas. Wonderful designer. She works with me at Hardcover, but she also came up with this design. So it doesn't even say Rap Radar Podcast. I think I put it up on Instagram. It's just our logo with the headphones. It doesn't even say Rap Radar Podcast, but it just shows you, man, this is for the listeners, man, who listen to our podcast. On the street, we're getting a lot of love, right? With the Rap Radar Podcast, man. It's a new thing that people like.
Different places, man. I went to, I think I might have told this story before, but I went to go visit a friend in jail on Rikers Island, and in visiting
Rikers Island?
Yeah, someone's like, yo, you beat that? I'm like, yeah. Yo, man, I love the podcast, man. I love it. I was like, whoa, shit, what the fuck?
Hey, man, they're in jail, man. They got time.
So shout out to that guy, man, on the visit, man.
All right, shout out to our guest today, man, Dave East, man.
Dave East.
Hottest rapper in New York, man. Everybody's been saying we should get this guy on, man.
He's been a fan favorite. I like this young man.
Where's that from again? I like this young man.
Come on, man. That's Christopher Wallace.
Oh, there we go. True. Sky's the limit.
Yeah, he's doing his thing, man. I feel like it's always shifting. You know, 1 minute might be
hot New York guy.
Yeah, it might be Troy Ave one day. It might be this guy Manolo, but
French.
I feel like right now the time is definitely for Dave East, man.
Yeah, and his manager Wayno. He down with Rockefeller back in the day, right? I don't remember if I ever met him. Like I feel like he got crazy stories, so we're gonna get him on mic a little bit too.
Yep.
But he's been navigating Dave East's career. They make a great combination. And yeah, man, just see this guy. This guy's a tall guy too. Like he used to play ball. Like 6'5", good looking dude. Doesn't look like a rapper.
Nah, the ladies love
the ladies
Dave
love
East.
him. The ladies love. They're harassing him on the IG and stuff. He just dropped, but his latest project was the Hate Me Now
Hate
tape,
Me Now,
right?
really
Make
strong.
sure you download that Hate Me Now. Now he just keeps dropping his freestyles to all the new songs out, right? He just jumped on the Drake Summer 16 last time.
And you even said, I think on Twitter, you was like, is it your record or is it Dave East's record?
Yeah,
like,
he's just taking guys' stuff,
just
man.
commandeering
Back in the days. The Rihanna record, everything.
But I love the consistency of what he's doing, and you got to respect it.
We gotta respect it, man. We're gonna take the time to get to know him, man. Coming up next, man, make sure you stay tuned. Rap Radar Podcast, Dave East and his manager Wayno.
Yes.
Rap Radar Podcast.
Yeah.
Introducing Play.it, a podcast network like no other. From award-winning news programming and #1 sports brands to entertainment and business leaders, Play.it is delivering storytelling at its best.
We're going to be having conversations with newsmakers and culture shapers.
I will be talking mostly about fashion and how I've been marketing all my life.
Tech, culture, and entrepreneurship.
Everything in the world of sports entertainment and wrestling and beyond.
Hear what you've been missing at Play.it.
Hey, it's Sully Wilson from Rap Radar. And me and my partner, B.Dot Miller, man. The only opinion that matters, man, here at Rap Radar. Finally, man, they can get off our back, man. Dave East is here, man.
Finally.
God damn, the request line's been ringing off, man.
Yeah, man.
Yo, get Dave East in the building, they said, man.
That's love.
I think I said this to Pusha, man. You that guy that everyone's rooting for right now. You're in that position, man.
Hell yeah.
Yes. What's that transition like? Because, I mean, you talked about a lot about the transition from playing ball to taking the music thing seriously. Like, it's hard enough to cut through, right?
Yeah.
Just to make music. And then now finally put yourself in a position where you feel like there's so much support. Like, I mean, you get your hate every once in a while, I'm sure, on social, but it seems like a lot of people want you to take it to another level.
It's dope, honestly. I feel like it took a while to kind of get that behind me. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like now it's finally coming around. And I feel like I'm getting the support from the right people, like the people that mattered to me, like as far as when I first got into it, like Nas and Styles, like the dudes that I was fans of, like, you know what I'm saying, that I was kind of idolizing as far as the music went. For them to get behind it and respect it and, I mean, reach out, and I'm a little bro to them, so that kind of just let me know as far as the New York standpoint went.
Yeah,
I could go. You know what I mean?
But how do you think you connected to the people? Like, what was the key for you in terms of your
I think
path?
I was just being me. I feel like I made my music and just my presence is mad relatable. I feel like the average dude could feel the same way, or I see people hit me now like, man, you made me want to rap. Like dudes that never rapped, or I feel like I just make it seem like it's easy to do because I kind of put out my whole story. I showed y'all the whole, from the ball to how that didn't work to how I kind of got right into the rap and just started putting out mixtapes after video, song after song, and it just grew. You know what I mean? So I feel like I just make it mad relatable where people feel like, damn, I probably could do that, or you know what I mean?
Are your guest appearances like a testament to your consistency? Because like you're on the Fab's mixtape, you're on Meek's new joint. Is that just from being consistent, or just like them reaching out to you guys?
I ain't going front. I feel like it kind of was like a snowball effect. Like I was on Trey tape.
Right.
Me and Trey did the Everybody
Trey Songz joint, right?
Songs,
Yep.
Right after that, I linked up with Fab. It was like boom, boom. Then I went to LA and then I got next to Meek, and then I did that record. Like, so it was just like, I think they was also seeing it, like this kid coming. You get what I'm saying? So it was like, they didn't think twice to put me on their project. That's what I feel.
They already
like.
kind of had their eye on you, and then it was like, okay, let's pull the trigger.
Like, I feel like once Fab kind of seen that with Trailer, all right. Even if I feel like he was respecting it anyway, but that kind of gave it the more,
right.
All right, I'm gonna put him on my joint too. Like, I mean, I just feel like they all, because everybody I talked to after the fact, and they was like, we see what you're doing, like, you know what I mean, and any way we can help, even if it's just putting you on the project.
But you've known Trey for a minute as well, right?
I knew Trey before I was even doing the rap. I was rapping. My older brother Bully, he running around with Trey, but he introduced me to Trey maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I wasn't on it like this. You get what I'm saying? So, and I was just talking with my boy Franchise about that. Me and Bully used to go back and forth. I used to be mad because I was, in my mind, I was into the rap, but it wasn't where it's at now. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, why Trey won't get him on a joint? I need him on a hook. You know what I mean? Like, he like, yo, just be patient. That's gonna come.
Right.
And then Trey seen it evolve. You get what I'm saying? He come to the city, Flex dropping bombs. I brought him out to Webster Hall. It was sold out. So he's seen it. You get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these artists, they starting to see it. So it'd be no question to do the records now.
What was the collaboration like? Because the Fab record and the Meek are kind of big, important records. It's not like, you know, the Fab one's the centerpiece of the mixtape, and the Meek record's very important. Like, talk about each of those collaborations and what was that like?
The Fab feature was crazy because I had me and him linked up maybe a few days before that. I think he had a show at Stage 48. I met up with him backstage. He was telling me he was not gonna hate me now and all of that I had put out.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that hate me now.
But, so that shocked me.
Wayne was like, get to that hate me now. Don't forget, stay focused.
That shocked me. I'm like, damn, Fab heard that. That's what's up. So I because at that point, a lot of the older dudes, a lot of the
That's the Dave East ringtone. That's another shorty right there trying to blow him up.
A lot of the older dudes in the game, you know, like the Locks and even Raekwon, like a lot of the dudes that I really was looking up to, but that was older, they had kind of co-signed it. So I was kind of waiting for that Fab because he's still kind of young.
Young OG.
So I was like, damn, Fab don't hear what I'm doing? Like, he ain't seeing it? So when he kind of let me know, like, I'm in tune, I'm like, all right, that's dope. I mean, and he was in the studio within a week. After that, he was telling me he was about to put out the tape. And it was the last joint on there. He said, I got the tape done. I'm going to put it out tomorrow. If you can make it to the studio and knock you. I'm like, what?
Right. He set you
right
up,
over
right.
there. You know what I mean? Got over there.
Like called the fourth quarter play for you right there.
That's a fact. But I did that joint in 20 minutes, knocked that out. Wow. And then that's everybody been going crazy over that.
And then the Meek, I remember hearing you talk about it around the time, I think you heard you do an interview with Taxstone, and like you was getting real cool with Meek, and you was kind of didn't like the way Meek was being looked at with the whole Drake thing and stuff. And so talk about that, like getting to know Meek and how important that is also when you collaborate with somebody to really kind of just like connect with that person.
Yeah, I honestly met him before that whole Drake and all of that was going on. So I met him before that, but we didn't have it wasn't really too many words. It was just I see you doing your thing. I mean, it was short. So when I did get next to him again, it was kind of in the middle of all of that. You get what I'm saying? And I just was, you know, when we all get on Instagram every morning, we all on Twitter or whatever. So even if you don't feel a way about a person, if you constantly seeing stuff about them, you might be like, well, damn, why they keep, I mean, is he really like that? Or
Yeah.
And then when I'm in the studio with him, he 100. You get what I'm saying? Like, I really got a great vibe from him. I got the same vibe I feel like I give off. Like, you know, somebody that came from nothing and now they're in a position to provide. You get what I'm saying? That's really the vibe I got from Meek. And as soon as he loaded it up, Future was on the hook already. There was no verses on it. He was like, yo, if you got something for this, let's go. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's crazy, because he went through a lot of records, and for that to be the one he wanted me on, you get what I'm saying, with Future on the hook and all that, that was major. That was another joint. I wrote that up, 20 minutes, let's do it. I mean, we was in LA when I did that. So I just peeped from just being around him for that hour, however long we was in the studio that night, like, he a real dude. You get what I'm saying? I just feel like the internet try to as quick as they build you up, they try to tear you down. You feel me? So I feel like that's his situation. But Meek 100, man.
You say that you try to be careful about how you move around with the social media age, right?
You know why? Because just on the small scale, I peeped it. You know what I mean? You might DM shit like it's the screenshot era. Like
he ain't trying to get screenshot.
If I don't meet you in person, if we can't talk in person, I'm not doing all that.
Thirsty and Davies will never go together, man. He ain't having that shit.
But they hate you now. I mean, shit. That's the name of the project. It's like at 1 million streams right now.
Yeah,
on Spotify.
Baby, now
just told me it's booming, man. That's dope.
Wow.
Dope.
That's dope. And like one of my favorite records is the collab with Nas, the Forbes list,
Forbes
man.
list, yeah.
Like I noticed that you guys don't have too many records together though. That's on purpose, or is
we got joints. That's all been released.
Oh
yeah, but that's all still. I be feeling like somebody gotta pinch me sometimes. Like when I play, I'm like, I really got a record with Nas. Like I go back and listen to all his joints with AZ, all that Firm. Like I was just getting tuned with all of the stuff he did before, and then to hear him come after and follow up on a record with me was crazy. But that really was one of them points in my career where I felt like it let me know, like, all right, let's go. You get what I'm saying? Like Nas jumped on the record. He was just as excited to do it as I was. He wanted to put it out. So that was dope to me, you know what I mean? And it really, I feel like, kind of I feel like it was an eye-opener. You get what I'm saying? Because a person could co-sign you all day long.
Right.
But until they hear you, I mean, with them,
on that stage,
exactly, it's different. Yeah.
Because I mean, signing with him, you said it wasn't really even a money play, right? Because a lot of artists have been drew the Mass Appeal thing, but you said, you know what, I'm going in. This is somebody I respect. You know, talk about that decision.
I feel like with the money gonna come. Like I feel like if you put out a certain brand, you get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say a project, but if you promoting a certain brand, it's gonna make money. You get what I'm saying? But being able to get game from Nas and be in the studio with him and, you know, just regular phone calls, talk about life, like, that's priceless. Like, ain't no money I could put on that, and nobody could sign me for no amount that I could, and I would have been able to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and him got a real relationship beyond the music. You feel me? So that I feel like is maturing me even daily, like with the moves I make. I see how he move. I see how he deal with people. Just being around that really is helping me as I'm going along. You get what I'm saying? So that was priceless.
Don't be like Nas, man. He don't put out music.
Well, you don't stop, man. What's going on, man? What's up with these East mixes,
bombing.
man?
I'm bombing.
I said,
man.
is that your record or is it Dave East record? You saw what I saw there, man? You won't stop, man. You won't stop, Dave. Wait, don't stop this guy, man. Wait, no, come in. Tell the people who you are, man. Introduce yourself real quick.
Wayno, Triangle Offense Management. I manage Dave East.
So some people
from East Side of Harlem.
So some people tell their artists, man, stop putting so much music out, blah blah.
Yeah. I do stop him from doing certain like there was a record he was about to put out the other day, and I was like, nah, we got to put a plan together for this one. But as far as the the East mixes, it's fun for him. You know what I mean? It's him just sharpening the sword, like, you know what I mean, like putting stuff out there for people to take in. So it's like it's never nothing wrong with the freestyles. You know what I mean?
So what's your approach to that? You just feel like if it's the high record right now, I gotta get my taste on it?
With some, and then it'd be others that I'd be like a fan of maybe the beat, or it's just something I hear myself on, or the homie like what's the Panda joint I just did? Designer, yeah. Shouts to homie, he killing right now. But I was hearing that in the clubs, but I ain't know what it was. I ain't know who it was. You feel me? I ain't know what it was. But my little man that be around me, he like, yo, you got to remix that. Like, Pete, that ain't out there like that yet. If you jump on it. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a good look. So with that, it'd be fun. Like I record so much original music, and I'm realizing I'm in a point now where the demand is kind of getting a little higher. So I can't be releasing all that. I can't put that out until it's really time to put a project out. So in the meantime, I'm gonna give you visuals, and I'm gonna float on. You know what I mean,
so you almost can't throw a loose song out. So you more so just want to jump on.
Yeah,
on the remix.
There's a few original records that'll get out there that'll leak here and there. But as far as what I be really working on, like what I'm doing for my next body of work I'm gonna put out, you're not gonna hear that.
Because I remember an interview you did with Karen Silver, you talking about like you don't want to be an underground rapper, and like that's the kind of mentality that you're going with, obviously, right? You just want to be like the big mainstream figure in the game, and I feel like you're going on the right path with that approach.
I just want to be relatable, man, to the masses. I don't want to ever feel. I don't want people to feel like they can't get next to me, or they can't, or it can't be done what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? Because all of this was a dream to me. I was playing ball. So for that to fail, you get what I'm saying? I got locked up. So it was a lot of things going on in my life where I didn't see none of this happening. You know what I mean? So I just put my head down and went hard. You feel me? So, and now I look up, it's like, damn, it's crazy.
What was it like being incarcerated? Because it seemed like that was the real turning point for you. Like that was the only 6 months, and you was like, I ain't doing that.
It was whack. The food was whack. Just the whole honestly, it was like it was a rebuilding time for me. You get what I'm saying? Because I realized at that point ball was over. I realized it, like the way I wanted to do basketball was over. So I was really sitting there thinking, like, what I'm gonna do? You get what I'm saying? Like I had my moms, my pop, all of them looking at me a certain way now, like, because I was always they pride and joy playing ball. You get what I'm
successful,
saying? Yeah. So once I went that route, it was like, all right, now you a man, you do your own thing. I mean, you went to jail, it's on you. So I had to really figure that out on my own. You get what I'm saying? So when I came home from that, I always was good with I'm literate. You know what I'm saying? I always could read, write very well in school. So that came so second nature to me to be able to just write rhymes. Before I even knew how to break down to 16, or I would just write. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I just started putting it together, started rapping it, started listening to rap. I just really took the same energy that I had with ball and just took it to the music. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes be like, yo, how you in the studio every day, all night? I was in the gym all day, all night. You get what I'm saying? Like I just moved it over. It's a new hustle. You get what I'm saying? But I treat it the same way.
How did you keep that positive mind state? And then, obviously people would say, oh, basketball, how's he going to be a rapper? Like, easy to dismiss it. Why were you able to feel like, you know what, I'm still going to make this happen?
Because I don't know, something inside of me, I always feel like the man. You get what I'm saying? Like, even when that's just I don't know if it's from being from Harlem or just what my mother and father put in me as a kid, but I always feel, even when ball was done, I was like, I'm gonna still get it. Like, I never ever in my life felt like, man, it's over, or I ain't got no way to bounce back, or I can't make nothing happen. I always felt like, well, if this don't work, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna be the best at that. You get what I'm saying? It just so happened that it was music, and this was something that I was always involved in my whole life. I just never saw me getting into it this 100. You know what I mean? I never seen that. My auntie, great piano player. My cousin played the harmonica. Like, I got mad musicians in my family that then played guitars, all of that. But to see it come now all the way back around, you know what I mean, and rap is crazy.
But it seemed like it took a minute for it to pop off. You talk about that a lot of your music, and like a lot of people see Hate Me Now and Black Roses, but you have like 12 mixtapes, you know, and like
I got mad mixtapes out, man. I put out my first mixtape, Change of Plans, 2010. Yeah, that's when I first was done with ball. I did my little 6 months or whatever in Baltimore, and then when I came out, I did my first tape. And that was like me just really rapping on other people's beats. You get what I'm saying? And then after that, my boy Kevin, KD, we knew each other from ball, but then he caught wind of the Change of Plans mixtape on Hot New Hip Hop. He was like, "Oh, you rapping now?"
So he's gonna call KD, Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant surfing on Hot New Hip Hop.
But
he's like, I know this nigga.
He was in tune with it. He like, yo, that's my man. Like, so he reached out like, yo, you rapping? I'm like, yeah, man, the bullshit ain't really doing what I thought it was gonna do. But he was like, I make beats. I mean, whenever you free, come to the crib. I mean, I got the studio set up in the crib. Bro. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Ended up going to his crib in OKC. I did a whole mixtape out there called American Greed. That was my second mixtape.
Crazy.
And then from there, it just started going. I came back to New York. I got it with DJ Radio. He hosted a mixtape for me, Don't Sleep. After that, I did another project called No Regrets. Then I did another one called Gemini.
Yeah.
Then after Gemini was Black Rose.
And that was kind of the big breakthrough.
Gemini
what felt
was
different
the
about that one? Was it a particular song? Like, what do you think it was about Black Rose that got people?
The stories. Like, my cousin just got murdered. One of my little bros had just got. It was just so much pain in that tape. I felt like that people hadn't heard in a while. You get what I'm saying? And I wasn't really focused on the bars or the clever. Or I was just getting. I was venting. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what really caught people. Because I was rapping in a way I hadn't rapped before. The production was different. I worked with new producers. I just feel like that overall sound of Black Rose was like, all right, something
fit the concept.
Yeah, he might be doing something. He might be working with something.
Cause like on No Regrets, you talk about like a little patience you'll be on my niggas. Like, where did that come from? Like, where, like, because a lot of people give up. So where it inspired to keep?
Honestly, it was like I had already failed at something. You feel me? Like I had gave from 7, 8 years old to 21, 22 to basketball. You know what I'm saying? So to give that much of your life to something and it don't work, you know what failure feel like. I mean, you kind of know, like, all right, I know how that feels. So with the rap, it was like, it's just gonna take some time. I mean, it's brand new. It's dudes I know been rapping. That whole time I was playing ball, they was rapping. So I knew it was gonna take me a little time to get in, but I felt with my personality and my story, what I was gonna come with, once it got heard, it's doing what it's doing. You know what I mean?
The other line you said, like, you've been fucked up for a long time. Talk about struggling. Like, let's talk about that. Like,
long time. Like, I just feel like I was telling Wayno, like, this has been the first year, like, that I could remember. I mean, I'm sure, and this, if my mom's and them listening, I had a great childhood. As a kid, I had a great childhood. But once I hit about 14, 15 years old, like, life got real. You feel me? Like, super real.
You was hiding them report cards, man. What's up with that?
It was
Mama working.
My pops was big on education my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So
which parents Beijing?
My father.
Oh,
yeah.
So you see with Beijing too, man. So I already know.
They don't play that.
What?
They don't play that school. They don't play that school at all.
You know,
West Indian, they don't play that.
You know all these songs. You don't know your lessons.
They don't play that at all. But I feel like my father was crazy with the education, so that kind of made me. It was either like do good and become a real school dude, or I mean, or I had to get out of his house. It was one of the that was the options. You feel me? So it was like I ain't no school dude. You feel me? So basketball saved me. Basketball saved a lot of my years of me not going to jail earlier, or anything could have happened outside. But basketball really kept me out of a lot of issues that I would have got into.
Yeah.
You talk a lot about your family too, like even your father. Like he's in therapy right now.
Yeah, he had a bad back surgery. Like when I was younger, they had to put like a box in his back. His lower, he had like his spinal cord or whatever. He slipped a disc or something, and he got in a car accident maybe 2007, 2008. Somebody hit him from the back, No homo in the car, whatever.
Good one.
But and it kind of shifted the boxing. You know what I mean, so it fucked him up. Since then, he kind of moved different. You know what I mean, but that's my heart, man. My pops, we got the same name. I'm a junior. Like that's. He rolled all the way through. You get what I'm saying? It was times we didn't speak, or we both Geminis. So
you ever went head up?
Yeah, we wasn't 100 times. My pop, I was scared to fight him, but I throw it up. And
you got size on him, or he's big like you?
Nah, I'm bigger than him now, but he used to be the biggest person in the world to me for years. Like I ain't think nobody was bigger than my pop.
That was him on True Love?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you like you have like a real kind of personal connection together.
That's my man.
I need the knuckle up story, man.
That's my man. Oh, Pop. I just throw him out. I ain't gonna front his voice. Like when somebody got that, then put that fear in you from birth.
Yeah.
Ain't really you try to front like you tough, or you getting older like what? Like, you know what I mean? Or I might storm off and say something slick.
Yeah.
He be right behind me. What happened? So I learned early, don't play with him. I could get over on my mother. But my pops, I said I'm gonna leave him alone. He different.
And he was like a hustler, like a numbers running back. And
his father ran numbers. I mean, my pops, he did the street thing. He also played ball. He grew up in the '60s and the '70s, in New York City. So whatever that came with, he was, he ran around, did that, but he owned his own few businesses, had his own asbestos company when I was growing up in the 90s and all that. He was going all down. The Lancey stole them buildings. Macy's had a whole company. He was cleaning all the asbestos out them buildings. My pops just always showed me to go get it. You get what I'm saying? I never knew him to work for nobody. You know what I mean? He always had his own job, his own company. So he just always taught me them morals to just go get it and be a man. You know what I mean?
The drive.
And you're close, obviously, with your mom as well. Like,
that's my twin.
Like that record that you have for her, is that based off real experiences? Was it Mama working?
Yeah, that's real life. My moms used to get off like 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock. This was from like 10th grade to like damn near when I graduated. But my moms would get off, you know what I mean? That's what time she would get off work. I mean, my pops be doing whatever he doing. And I'd be in the crib with mad weed. Like that would be my little, I just said it on another record type of time. I was like bagging up in front of my little brother. I didn't want to do that shit in front of him. Like it was shit with my brother would just be in the crib with me playing again with, and that was I'm not even thinking I'm doing nothing wrong. I'm like, all right, like I'm trying to make my little money or whatever. I'm gonna just bag this up, whatever. And I can remember talking, like I have a homie or two in there, like, yo, we got to do this shit before my mother, she can't smell this. She can't know this was nowhere here, like, cause my mother a real check. If you do that with a bottle, you know what I mean, she gonna know you moved it. So I could just remember them times of that being real, like that was crazy. So when I heard that beat, that shit came right back to me, like, yo, this shit sound like, yo, my mom's just coming home. We gotta get out of here.
But you about to be a father too, though.
Yeah, man. She due March 8th.
Wow.
So
How you feeling? How you feeling?
Like 4 weeks away. I'm hyped, man. I ain't even gonna front. Like for a long time, like I'm the last one of my homies really to have a kid. Like all my friends, like everybody got kids damn near. You feel me? Like so for me to get to 27 and this my first was it was crazy, man. But I'm excited. I know Allah got me back for all I did with women. He giving me a girl. You know what I mean? So I know how that go. I know he getting me right back. But I'm excited for it, man. I can't wait to see her face. I can't wait to see how she react to me. You know what I mean? I can't wait to just have somebody, after your mother, it ain't nobody that really, you might meet a girl, she love you, or the homies might have love for you, but ain't nobody gonna love you like your kid, or, you know what I mean, who you give life to. So I want to really just see that, because I know that's going to bring a whole nother realm of music.
It's going to take you to another
that's
level.
Gonna change. I've been doing all I'm doing rapping based on basketball, jail, and the projects. You know what I'm saying? So, and I done been able to do 6-7 mixtapes on that. You get what I'm saying? So now things are changing. I run around with Nas. We traveling more. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I'm about to have a daughter. So I know that's going to change my whole penmanship, the beats I want to get on. Like I know a lot. That's going to bring a lot more to my sound.
So you talk about that, how your new experiences are helping make you a better artist.
That's how I rap. That's my whole. It's hard for me to make stuff up. You feel me? Like it's hard for me to
live a character,
take another man's life, or be like, oh, all right, I'm gonna talk about. I can't do that. Like if it didn't directly come from me, or my brother, or my father, or my cousin, somebody that was direct right there with me, I can't talk about it. So as my life changes, you're gonna hear my music change. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna start talking about other stuff. I'm eating different dinners. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be the Chinese and Kennedy fried. The next tape, I might not be talking about that. Feel me?
Go ahead.
I know on this tape, but Hate Me Now, you put, like you mentioned, Mama Working, also Numb, I'll Do Anything. Put kind of the more serious songs at the end of the tape. Why was it the decision to do that?
Because I felt like them records really meant the most to me. And I wanted you to get through the tape before you got to them. You get what I'm saying? I ain't want them to be right. I ain't want them to be the joints you overlook. You feel me? Like I wanted them to be the last songs on there because them really hit home for me. Yeah.
You said I'll Do Anything. It's kind of tough for you even to listen to now, right?
Yeah, I cried this morning. My cousin Malik Carter, he got murdered June 2014 in Philadelphia, but they retired his basketball jersey at the high school he went to. He was like the leading scorer all time there.
Oh wow!
Took his team to the state championship like twice. But they retired his jersey, and his little brother Malil, he sent me a video of like the ceremony. I couldn't make it. I had a show.
This was recent?
This was like last Tuesday they did it.
Yeah. I
think I had a show or something here. I couldn't make it. But he sent me the video. I was crying this morning looking at it like that. Like it's just so crazy that he the one was telling me, yo, you need to rap, bro. Like you need to. I know you nice and ball and all that, but you need to rap. Your aura is much more of a rapper. Like, and he was telling me that when I had super NBA dreams. He was telling me to rap. So for him to not be around for none of this, like that really it bothered me every day. It's like every good thing that happened, that'd be like a blow. I'd be like, damn, I wish Lee could see this, or I wish Lee could. I mean, we go travel, eat certain food. I'm like, damn, Lee probably would have fucked this up. I mean, it be certain shit I be doing now, man, and certain women that reach out to me, and that I know how Malik would have been. Like it
you
just
want him to
been,
experience
I
that
wanted
life,
to see all of that because he was only around for the fucked up. I mean, we enjoyed each other. I mean, I always say that we just enjoyed each other company. Like we ain't had to have nothing. You feel me? But he was around for the fucked up times. I ain't had no money. Like I ain't have. We was going $5 splitting. I mean, like dead broke moments. You get what I'm saying? But that was some of the best times of my life. And now that I'm kind of getting to it a little more, he ain't around. I can't call him or ask him, yo, Leak, you need something? I mean, like, it's nothing I can do no more but keep going and just know he with me. And that record really, like, that should be hard to listen to this day.
But you felt like you had to make it?
Yeah, I had to put that out.
We'll talk about connection to Philadelphia, because were you hustling out there and, like,
I had family out there. I mean, like, Malik, they from out there. They from North Philly, Delhi, Dolphin Street. So I've been going to Philly since maybe 5 or 6 years old. I'm going back and forth. My aunt Deborah lived out there. My father's brother Everett, God bless him, he died. But
he got nice off that Queens connection, man. Queens, baby.
Queens. You know what? I moved around.
Ravenswood on the map.
I was moving around, man. Like just as a kid, I moved around. I mean, I was on the go, so I was able to go create these friendships and these relationships in other cities and in other hoods and all that. And that's what make my music the way it is today. I'm not just talking for Harlem. You get what I'm saying? Like, I've lived in Queens. I've lived in Baltimore. I lived in Philly. I lived in Louisiana for a year or two, like a couple years. My mom's is from out there. So I've moved around to the point where I got so much shit to talk about. You get what I'm saying? Where it's much deeper than people even thinking it is right now.
Why do you think your style is so then more like people look at it as traditional New York? Like, why do you think it's...
That's what it is. At the end of the day, that's what I came up off. You know what I mean? And that's what I know. That's my natural energy I give out. You get what I'm saying? I can't hide from that. I can't even try to shy away from that shit. That's just me. You feel me? So I feel like it's good for New York. You know what I mean? I feel like it's good for just the contrast and the sound. Like, it's just something different now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's also those challenges of taking it to the next level. Like we say, New York artists don't make those records that get played in the clubs. And so do you guys still have those kind of discussions about what records, like what's the single going to be, like those records that can maybe take you to a level? Because I feel like a lot of your success isn't built off the one record. It's built off your body of work and your consistency, where we see a lot of guys, okay, that's the one record that helped break down doors. With you broken these doors down without that one signature record. Massive record kind of thing. So Wayne, how do you deal with that, and like what's some of the challenges you face?
Honestly, my background was A&R. You know what I mean? And the thing with Dave, it was like Black Rose is his first project I actually helped work on, but he had it done already, so I helped like just a couple producers, etc. When we talk about doing records, he doesn't, him and myself, we don't want his success to be determined on that record, because then we're always chasing that record.
Yeah.
Like if you look, for instance, like Cole, right? Like I always use Cole as kind of like a gauge for Dave, because we've seen his whole process. So like with Dave, we're worried about, not worried, but we're more focused on creating a core fan base. You know what I mean? People that's really gonna appreciate him, whether he has a record that's in the top 10, the top 100, or no record there at all. You know what I mean? And that's really the direction we go. Now he always tells me like, yo, them records is gonna come. You know what I mean? It's like when Mama Working gets played on radio, that's the last record. Like, it was mad records. We was like, oh, they gonna play this. Like maybe they'll play that. But that never was our focus. Our focus is just taking what he's done and getting it to the world.
How'd you guys meet?
The block I'm from 119th in Lexington. A few of my little homies, they play ball too. So they played against him in college. So they used to always ask me like, yo, you heard about this dude from 1199? He played ball and he rap. And I'm like, nah, I didn't know of him at the time. So a couple years ago, like I just kept hearing his name in the streets, like on the east side, just being out everywhere. And I was hosting shows to make a little couple extra dollars, you know what I mean, at SOBs. Right. So I'm hosting a show and I see his name. And then when I see his name, like my mans was there that was telling me like, oh, that's the nigga that you know what I mean?
Right.
So he performed and I was just like, so nobody know who this kid, like nobody's watching this, you know what I mean? And once we met each other, one thing that struck out about me with Dave, he said to me, he asked me could I mentor him. You know what I mean? He didn't ask me, yo, I need a manager, I know that you know this person. He's like, yo, I need a person that could just kind of school me on what goes on in this, you know what I mean? And me and him talked for a year and just got cool with each other. And then one day I was like, I gotta manage this nigga. Like, you know what I mean? It only makes sense. We both from the same side of town. We grew a closer relationship. Like anybody that knows me, you know I got kids, family, all of that. If you gotta be around me, you gotta be around them.
Right.
So once he started going to my mom's crib to pick up sneaks that I was getting for him and all that, I was like, yo, why don't you just let me manage you? He's like, of course. Like I was waiting for you to say that. Like, you know what I mean? And then we just both came to an agreement that, you know, we was just gonna go hard. You know what I mean? Like when I started telling everybody I was gonna manage him, some people was like, yo, some people called him trash. Some people was like, I don't get it. Some people like, yo, does he got a song for the club? Do he got a song for the bitches? And we just was like, man, we ain't gonna listen to what nobody's saying. We just gonna do what we feel is right, and we stuck to it.
Yeah.
But I respect a lot too, Wayne, is like you open to constructive criticism. I remember one of the tweets you said is like, everyone isn't gonna like Dave East, and I don't consider them haters. Everything isn't for everyone, but you don't have to be disrespectful.
Right, you don't have to be disrespectful. My biggest thing is like, you know, it's people that don't like Jay-Z. That doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah. Like, it's people that don't like Biggie. Like it's people that don't like Nas. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. And that's fine. Like, you know what I mean? It's fine. It's people that don't like Michael Jordan. My thing is this: if you see two brothers coming from nothing, from the same side of town, we linked up. We got a lot of similarities in our stories, like just coming up.
Right.
And we're actually doing something in a market where people are saying it can't be done. Don't disrespect us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like don't disrespect. You could say that, yo, I really ain't into Dave East music, but don't say, man, that nigga is this or that. You know what I mean? Like, what type of person are you? So that was just me venting a little, which I shouldn't have did. But
do you think the confidence of feeling like you could build this movement comes a little from your past? Like, talk to people that may not know about your history with Rockefeller.
Well, you know,
and
exactly.
stuff
like
that.
A lot of people don't know. You know, what I mean, I started out at Rockefeller. You know what I mean? I started before it was Rockefeller. I was in the mailroom. You know what I mean? I was delivering mail to Rockefeller. And
it's like John Street type?
No, right 825.
Oh, right now. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I started there. I was about 17 years old. You know what I mean? And I seen the movie Backstage. Backstage made me want to be in music. I mean, I seen Juice and wanted to be a DJ. You know what I mean? But I seen Backstage and I was like, I could really do something behind the scenes. And I grinded out. I got an internship, and from that internship, 6 months later, I had a assistant A&R position. Where now I'm working on. Like, I did administrative stuff on Blueprint too. I didn't really work on the album. Administrative on College Dropout. Worked on the Young Guns. That was my biggest thing I did. You know what I mean? Got nominated for a Grammy with Can't Stop, Won't Stop. So a lot of the things that, like, I'm fruit off that tree. It wasn't just talent, musicians-wise, that came from Rockefeller. You had G. Robeson there. You had Kayambo Hip Hop. You had Lenny S. You had, like, all these different people. So I was just all these executives that are doing astronomical things now. I was a teenager learning from them. So and a lot of things that I was doing with Chris and them that didn't work, I just was like, yo, if I could get an artist that's going to be receptive and not listen to me from a dictatorship standpoint, but just be receptive, like, yo, if we can work together, it'll work. and it happened to be him.
Yeah. Why does it work, Dave? Why do you think Wayno was the right guy to help you take this career?
Honestly, I feel like he understand me. I mean, like excuse my French, I'm a motherfucker to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So
said swings kind of
I
thing.
just go to it. You know what I'm saying? One morning we best friends. By night I'm ready to shoot you. That's just me. But
Dave, don't trust you. He's gonna shoot
you. I just feel like he understand me. He see my vision. You get what I'm saying? He never like let me get too out of my where I need to be. You get what I'm saying? Cause it'd be mad shit coming my way where a nigga head could get. You get what I'm saying? Like, especially coming from where we come from, it's dudes right now think I'm a millionaire and
you already made it.
They think, oh, you done made it. You going like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He really keeps me grounded and keeps me where I'm like, nah, we got to go do this. I mean, we got to do this tonight, or we got this in the morning. Like, he just keep that work there. You get what I'm saying?
Got that Japan tour coming.
Yeah, talk
February
about
23rd, man, Japan. We out
We
of
almost
here.
waited because B.I. kept being like, yo, we're going to wait till they do Japan, then we're going to get Dave on the show. I'm like, come on, we got to go now, man.
But talk about, I mean, even though you haven't been, like, what does that mean to you? Because, like, one of your lyrics, you say you're from a place where they'll kill you so you don't make it.
So you don't make it.
Now you're going to Japan.
Yeah, to me, that's beyond crazy. Like, I never did that with basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never. So like me and my mom was talking about it. Like, they just had a billboard up on 34th Street with me. I played in the Angela Yee game or whatever, and one of the pictures they took, they put it up on the billboard. And my mother called me like, you ain't even get that shit when you was playing ball. Like, it's just funny how life, you get what I'm saying?
Right,
like, it's not a picture of me up there rapping, or it's a picture of me playing with a ball. So with the Japan thing, it's like when he told me that, I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Two
Japan.
sold out shows, right?
2. I got one in Tokyo, and then I got one in Osaka.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wayno the mastermind.
Hey man, I don't never want to try to put it as I'm a this or that. I just know right from wrong, and I know it's hot and I know it's not. You know what I mean? And that's what really fuels everything it is that we do. You know what I mean? Like, even when there's certain things I'm thinking that he may not agree with, he'll tell me. You know what I mean? And that's why we work the way we do.
We
together.
got that relationship. It's not like I always tell people, it don't feel like a manager. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's more of like he took me to take my shahada. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's deeper than all of that. You feel me? His daughter see me in a run across the street. Like, don't matter who there, she gonna come, David. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I just feel like it's a brotherhood we built. You feel me? And it's bigger than the music, and it's fun that I could do it with somebody like him. And like he just said, we ain't afraid to argue. We ain't afraid to say this, or if he don't like it, I ain't feeling that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't one of them like, well, I don't want to say this to Wayne, or I don't want to say this to Dick.
Yeah.
We let that shit out.
How do you usually resolve conflict? How do you guys
talk it out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We didn't have arguments and all that, but we talk that shit out. If I'm wrong, I'll later on in that day realize I was wrong.
We say later on in the day. Yeah, but with brothers, like we really like, and the thing is that we don't show that side to people. You know what I mean? Like
keep it internal.
Yeah, well, like whenever you see conflict, even if we not like we get mad at each other and stuff, we'll get mad and we know we mad at each other, but we keep it together. Like,
hold it down.
You know what I mean? Because when we walk outside, we present ourselves a certain way, we move a certain way, and we know that perception may not be our realities, but it is others' realities. So it's like we want to guard and protect that. You know what I mean?
What mistakes do you, as a young manager, you both guys are young, but like, what mistakes do you think a lot of managers make with new talent?
That they want to be new talent themselves. You know what I mean? I think that, my stance was always that I wanted to be everything that Kevin Lyles and Irv Gotti and Dame and told me I could be. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to be everything these guys were in the offices, but the offices is the offices. I never wanted to step in front of Dave, or like, even with, like, if I would have told him that y'all wanted to have me on this and I wasn't going to talk, he'd be like, what? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so the thing is that a lot of artists, managers, the problems, the mistakes that they make is that they aren't receptive. They think that everybody's supposed to like their artist, and they don't understand that there's a process to everything. Like, everybody may not get it early on, but eventually if you keep working, you keep pushing, people are going to understand. You know what I mean? And even if they don't understand it, they're going to have to respect it. And that's our stance with it was. It was like, yo, with us coming from New York, we're not going to try to push that, we're New York this and New York that. We just wanted to say, yo, he's dope. And if you didn't get it today, you're going to get it tomorrow. If not tomorrow, next month, and so on and so forth.
Dave, what was the process putting Hate Me Now together? Because you said it's coming up Black Rose, which was kind of your big breakthrough. What was your approach putting that project together?
By the time I got to Hate Me Now, like I was already having conversations with Nas. So that kind of my energy going to the studio was different. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking with him, like sending him records, letting him hear different songs. So the process of it was dope. You know what I'm saying? I had more of the team around me. Wayno was all the way around for it. My boy Franchise. There was a lot of dudes that's really a part of my team that was really hands in with me with the Hate Me Now project. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was sitting in the studio with me or just creating one of the conversations that made the song. You know what I'm saying? It was much more, I had people around me more. You know what I'm saying? That really contributed to the sound. And Buddha, shouts to Buddha and Grants, like my producers. I just had different people that was all in. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just me saying, well, damn, I need to get in the studio. Like, Wayno calling me, yo, we doing this. Buddha sending me zips files full of beats. Like, it was just, every day we was kind of all working for that same, you know what I mean?
So every day you just kind of lock in?
Yeah, we was locked in crazy for Hate Me Now. It's 20 joints on there. I might have did
like about 200.
Easy, 200 songs.
Well, we recorded like 70 for Hate Me Now.
Mad joints.
And you opened it up with big guests too, right? Having Push on there. Talk about who deciding you wanted to collaborate with.
Honestly, with that one, I went really with dudes I'm fans of and dudes that at that point I was getting next to. It was what was that? Rocksmith, I think, had like a cookout, rooftop party
with Massive Pill.
With Massive Pill, and Pusha walked up on me and was like, yo, that No Coachella for me is my shit. I'm like, what? Like, it's Pusha T. Like, I've been a fan of him since grinding. Like, so that was dope. So as soon as he told me that, I'm like, yo, we gotta do a record. And he said, just send it through, let's do it. Styles my favorite rapper. I mean, I always talk about him. Yeah. That's my favorite rapper from forever.
I'm getting him on there twice.
Yeah, that's I mean, he could have got on there however many times he wanted to get on there. But me and his relationship blossomed crazy. Like, Wayno really introduced me to him, you get what I'm saying? And the first time I met them, the Locks, Sheek knew about me. Sheek was like, yo, I've been seeing your shit all over the internet. I like what you're doing. Styles in the cut, just looking at me like, he ain't really say nothing. Kids say, they wasn't in tune with it at that point. You get what I'm saying? So I just was hyped to be in the same. I'm like, I'm in D Block Studio. This shit is dope. And then the next time I went to check SP, we was at the Juice Bar. I did like a listening for the tape or whatever, and he was all the way in tune with it. So I feel like the features on Hate Me Now, like Mac Wild, that's my boy. Like, me and him locked in the studio in Midtown. And that the Bring a Friend record, I had kind of already had what I wanted to do with it. I had actually tried to sing that hook, but he's a much better singer than me. So Mac killed that, man. And same with Rico Love. We went out to Miami.
The lady joints.
We went out to Miami, knocked that out. That video coming soon too, so y'all just stay on.
You banned the fellas from the video set.
Ain't no homies in that one, man. Nas said he might pull up to that one, but ain't nobody else in that joint.
But I want to talk about like the struggles of being like the hot guy. You know what I mean? Like, you talk a lot about the haters and your naysayers. Like, on Recognize, you said like the same niggas that used to hate you actually for a verse now.
Same ones. Or the same ones that was at everything or trying to be in everything. Once they kind of see that it's bigger than fucking entourage, like this is actually something I'm really trying to do with my life. Right. It's not about the homies and us being lit. It ain't about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually trying to feed my family with this shit. You feel me? So it's like, once they see that, it's like, oh, he Hollywood, or oh, he got the deal now, or I'm the same nigga. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't none of that. As far as my character, that don't change. You feel me? But I don't live in Harlem no more. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's certain things that have changed in my life where I can't everywhere I go, it don't matter where I'm at in the city. You get what I'm saying? I can have a hoodie on to go to the gym. Somebody's gonna spot me. Like I was telling my boy the other day, I'm like, yo, how people keep spotting? He like, you think all them people on the internet don't come outside? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like everywhere I'm going, somebody spotting me, or yo, East, I can get the picture. And I'm starting to understand how, like, damn, yo, this shit really get real. I used to go stand on my block for hours, drink my juice, whatever, roll up a block, I could chill out there I can't do that no more.
But even
you know
like,
what I'm saying?
Like on the streets, the streets ain't the same. You used to talk about like you got robbed for your chain or something like that one time. Like, are you more conscious of how?
I'm watching. I think everybody up to something. You know what I'm saying? That's just been I've been before this. I look at you in your eyes. I try to, because I know how the streets go. You get what I'm saying? The same person that'll smile and hang out with you all day be the one to line you. So I treat it I'm even more cautious now because I'm in these spots where I'm a target. You get what I'm saying? Like before I used to go to the club, I waited online, paid my 20. You know, I get in there, I might hit the bar, get a drink or two. But what Mitch said on Paying It Forward, he said you invisible in the club.
Yeah,
I used to be invisible in the spot. You feel me? Like, but now I'm getting in free. I'm on the flyer. 15 of my niggas is getting in free. They walking us to the section. Bottles is coming. The DJ going screaming my name, playing. So it's like every nigga in the club know, oh, that's the Dave East nigga right over there. Like, so it just puts me more in a state of like, man, I don't know.
You gotta be on.
I don't know who's a fan or who's you know what I'm saying? Who trying to do me something? So it'd be hard because I don't want to come off as an asshole or come off like. But I gotta watch you running up on me. You feel me? Or gotta watch you coming to get that picture. Or who trying to? It's fun. It's dope that you go that hard and can actually change your life. But it's scary.
Don't be Snapchatting, Davey. So
but even as you rise, like I think about all the rappers that come from New York City, and we come from traditional methods of getting on. You know, from standing outside Hot 97 for hours waiting for a DJ to come by, and you know, harassing jocks and stuff like that. You're kind of you've gone through those channels, I'm sure, but now you're more of a digital presence, stuff like that. Do you feel like has it changed the way your approach is getting your music heard? I guess.
I think with it being 2016, everything digital. I mean, I feel like now, even if you once stood outside Hot 9, the DJs is gonna look at you crazy now. You know what I'm saying?
But have the DJs here like embraced you like the way they have maybe like 10 years ago or even 5 years ago?
You know what it is? I think it's so much music. You get what I'm saying? And people dropping so much new music every day. You get what I'm saying? It's like, it's hard for a DJ to really get with an artist and be like, all right, I want him to win. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna get behind him, and this the one I want. I feel like it'd be so many, this dude is hot, or this one. It'd be so many people, the way a lot of times the DJs don't even know the music that's out. You get what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to Flex. A lot of the records he playing, I mean, he started playing my music off Hate Me Now. But the music that caught his ear was The Offering. You get what I'm saying? That's over a year old. And it's like it takes a while for it to get across their desk or for it to get to them DJs, you feel me? And I feel like in New York, it used to be more of a DJ ear to the street.
Right.
DJ really trying to find out like who is buzzing in the streets, you get what I'm saying? So I just feel like that changed. You know what I mean?
But I know you said in the past you're proud though that you know you have that connection to the streets though. Like you're not just an internet driven artist.
They gotta come from the street. Like honestly, I feel like if it was straight internet, like just only internet, it wouldn't have the effect it got as far as New York is concerned. Because this is a city where everybody not on the internet. You feel me? Dudes is outside. I know dudes to this day, my age, don't have an iPhone, Instagram, none of that shit. You get what I'm saying? Like they don't care about none of it. But they outside with a Walkman or whatever they got to listen to, whatever. You feel me? And they listening. Whatever they doing, they in tune with it. So I feel like I had to come from the streets with it. It had to. That's where it had. I never wanted to be internet then the street. Like it had to come the other. It had to go street to the internet. You know what I mean?
Someone that's listening is Terrace Martin. We had him here on the show, and he was singing his praises about you.
It was love. Shouts to Terrace too, man. I definitely tuned in for that episode. That was more than love.
Right. Are you gonna plan on working together?
Hell yeah. We actually, after I heard that, I hit him on Twitter. You know the basics. Like we got to get it in, man. Like because I respect the fact that somebody from California, you get what I'm saying? Like he not in New York City to really be hearing what the streets is saying or even to really know our vibe all the way. So for him to be able to respect it from that far, it's like that's dope. You know what I mean, that's super dope.
That's what's up. And like other cities, like obviously doing a show tonight actually in New York,
Webster Hall.
But like, are they embracing you the same way? Like,
I went to
Connecticut show.
Connecticut was crazy. I felt like Obama. Like I had to really run out the spot. Like
Connecticut show.
You know what it been? I ain't gonna front. It been the girls, man. Like the dudes is respecting it. Cause I look in this show, the dudes is in the back with the ice grills. Like, yeah, this is that shit. But the girl, they don't even know what I'm rapping. Like half of them, they ain't even. Some of them know it. They not even. They just. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's really getting them shows. Them shits has been starting to get packed. I went to Boston, jumped in the crowd. I ain't never did no shit like that. Like it was popping. Like girls jumping, singing KD word for word. Like where else we went to? What was that? Rhode Island?
No, remember the joint we did in Baltimore with Currency?
Oh,
that
crazy.
was another joint too.
Crazy. Like
and that's a Currency crowd. Like
crazy, bro. So it's definitely grown. It's definitely grown.
The naughty shorties are running you out of Ravenswood, man.
I ain't got no Ravenswood.
But you said you always got the ladies. How's the energy now different of being treated with ladies? Looking at a rap star, looking at you that way. Like how is that energy different?
They just bold. They just say whatever now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just like I used to go on Meek page and see all kind of crazy. Like, damn. now they talking that shit under my piss. I be like, hey man, I guess it come with it. But all of us, I feel like it's artificial. Like,
yeah, how do you not let it distract you in any kind of
because
way?
I know what they're around for. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like I understand that my name is starting to, and now they're seeing me. So it's he's so cute. I've been looking this way, man. Like, I ain't gonna get no make. I ain't gonna get nothing done. You get what I'm saying? Like I still don't get shaped up. I should be looking how I always look. You feel me? So I understand it comes with seeing me next to Trey Songz or seeing me with Nas. It's like, oh, who that? Like, you feel me? So I understand.
You talked about that one of your records. With it, man. He was like I'm sure you was getting chicks before, but he was like, before they wasn't. It was like kind of like a struggle, but now
you know what it was.
Had to put more work in. That's all.
Exactly. Yeah. They wasn't just giving. They wasn't. You know what I mean, they wasn't just meeting me wherever. I mean, it was none of that. It was a little. I had to put in a little extra. Well, let's go out to eat or let's go do that. I don't have to do none of that no more.
So I be trying to tell Elliot, this Rap Radar podcast, man, they be loving me now, man.
We didn't wait on them.
They say I'm sexy now. Your weight don't manage me, man.
So before we go, Dave, man, what's next, man? What's the next secret project, man? What we doing? Are we still pushing this Hate Me Now? What's
Hate Me Now, man. This Hate Me Now season. I'm definitely.
How do you follow this up, man? How you guys doing it, man? What's next?
We got some things in the works, but we just, the element of surprise is
not ready yet.
Yeah, man. Like we got some stuff coming along. It's just gonna be, from a different perspective. It's like everything with Dave is his growth. You know what I mean? If you listen to every project from the first one up until now, even Black Rose to Hate Me Now, it's like you like, damn, like the production's gotten better, the direction. So it's like that's what we really focusing on right now. You know what I mean? We want to make records that resonate with people. I told him like we ain't even think about no album till we go into shows and seeing people crying.
You
know what I mean? Like, yo, you changed my life.
Then I'm like, all right, it's album time.
It's album time. You know what I mean? So we want to emphasize on building that fan base more than anything.
But it's gotta feel rewarding. I can honestly say it's always changing, but as of right now, I would say you're like the hottest new guy in New York.
That's a dope title, man. But like I said, I don't even be feeling that way. Like I'm the hottest nigga in the city. Like I say that, and you might hear that. Me talking shit on the record, but I take it in stride and just know that it was a lot of hottest dudes in the city. You know what I'm saying? It was that happens all the time.
It's always subject to change.
I want y'all to be saying that shit in 5 years. Like, yo, you been the hottest nigga the last 5 years. Like, I'd rather that. You know what I mean? Because there's always seasonal hot dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather not be in that.
Fair enough,
man. All right, man. Appreciate you guys coming through, man.
Having us,
Please the people, man. Dave East, baby.
Thank you.
Leave us alone. He's here.
Dave East Wayno, man. Rap Radar Podcast.
Yeah.